In this video, we're going to take this website right here and we're going to migrate it to Cloudways. It's currently hosted on Siteground. It's a pretty straightforward templated website. It's using Elementor. I believe there are some subpages as well, but I could be wrong. But when we speed test this page, it's only at 40 on mobile, almost 12 seconds for large contentful paint, 3.7 for first contentful paint, 2 screenshots before people see anything, and on desktop it's 80, 1.2 seconds, a lot better. Still 2 screenshots before anything happens. I think we can make this faster by simply switching to Cloudways, switch it to a faster host. And if you have any questions or comments throughout this video, please leave them down below. I try to answer them the best I can. My name is Bjorn from WPLearningLab, where we help you get better at WordPress so you can earn more for yourself, for your customers, and for your business. And if you haven't done so yet, click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Now let's get started. Cloudways is a great host that is fast, but what it is dedicated hosting. So on Siteground, this site that we're migrating is on shared hosting. Cloudways is dedicated hosting. So you're basically paying for your own servers that only you are going to use, whereas on Siteground, if you go to any of the plans that you find under hosting, WordPress hosting, these are all shared. So you start with this plan right here and you share it with other people on that server, other websites on that server. And the cost is $14 a month. On Cloudways, to get started with your own server, you can get started for as little as $12 a month, which is cheaper. I know there's a deal. That deal expires. When the deal expires, you're paying $15 a month. So it's actually cheaper to get your own dedicated server on Cloudways. If you want a dedicated server on Siteground, which is also possible, you go to cloud hosting and you see the price is way, way, way higher just to start. It's $100. So let's get to migrating this thing and then we'll look up more details at what the different plans are, because there's whole different types of server providers that you can choose from on Cloudways. We'll get into those details after we've migrated the site. So the first thing we want to do is head over into our Cloudways account. If you want to follow along, you can actually set up a Cloudways account for free. It doesn't require a credit card, but the trial is only for 3 days. So it's not very long, but it's long enough to migrate your site over, which only takes an hour if it's a really, really big site, but just a few minutes for most websites. So try it out for free, and the steps you take will be the exact same way. I don't have a free account, but the steps you're taking to migrate are the exact same. What we want to do is go to Applications, go to Add Application. I'm going to select a server, which is one we created in a previous video. You can check out that video in the card above in the description down below. It shows you how to create a server. And an application is just websites, in our case, that are on that server. So WordPress installs on that server that we created. I'm going to choose WordPress version 6 to install. I'm going to give it a name. I call it Super Fast. And I'm going to click on Add Application. Now it's going to install WordPress on this server. Once that's installed, which just takes 2 minutes in this case, it's estimated time. Once that's installed, we'll see how fast it is, and then we'll migrate the new site over to see if it stays that fast or if there's a change in the speed. Either way, you're going to see how fast sites are when we move to Cloudways. So I'm just going to pause it while this installs, and I'll be right back. I'm back. It's been about 2 minutes. It's installed. You can see it right here. If you click on it, you see a whole bunch of details about this site being hosted on your Cloudways account. If we click right here under application URL, it's going to open the site and we can see how it looks. This is the standard 2023 theme, no content, no nothing. This is going to be super fast. Let's just see how fast it is. Mobile's at 100, 1.1 seconds, 1.7 seconds. Second screenshot, we've got something happening. Desktop is at 99. I rarely see that where desktop is lower than mobile, but I'm sure if I tested again right now, desktop would be 100 maybe. I'm not sure, but there's a chance because it fluctuates a little bit. 0.3 seconds for desktop, 0.4 seconds, and second screenshot, there's something happening. So that's pretty awesome. Now it's ours to lose. That fast speed is ours to lose by stuff we're adding to it with other websites we're migrating. So this website probably has some things, like Elementor, for example, it's going to slow it down, but hopefully the site speed just make up for the slowness of Elementor. So to migrate, we need to log into this website. You're going to log into the one that you want to migrate. Once we're logged in, we want to go to Plugins and then Add New and look up Cloudways Migrator. Click on Install Now to install this plugin and then activate when it's installed, and then enter your email address here. You can even have them migrate your website for free, but I'm going to show you how to do it for free by yourself in this video. Click on Agree to BlogVault's Terms and Conditions. Click on Migrate. And now all we have to do is fill out the short form, which is just copy and paste. A lot of stuff in here looks a little scary, but it's just copy and paste from your Cloudways account and then the migration process is started. What we want to do is get the destination URL, which for now is this one right here. It's not super nice, but it is what it is at the moment. We can change it to a custom domain later. So we're going to copy this domain right here, and we're going to paste that right in there. Then we want the SFTP host and server address, which we'll get third. Second, we'll get the database name because it's on the same page as the URL. So it's right here, database name, copy that, paste that in right there. Then we want the SFTP information. To get that, we switch to our servers. We click into the server that is hosting that application in Cloudways. And under master credentials, we see SFTP info. So we copy the public IP, and that's the server address. And then we come back and we copy the username, paste that right there. And then we come back and we copy the password, paste that right there. HTTP auth enabled, keep that at no. Keep all these at no for most migrations, unless you have a special use case. These would all be at no. Click on migrate when you're ready, and now migration is started. This can take up to 15 minutes, up to an hour, depending how big your site is. It can also just take a few minutes. So I'm going to pause this video, and I'll be back when the migration is completed. Migration is now complete, only took a few minutes. Now if we go to the website that we installed earlier, which is this one that we installed on Cloudways, if we refresh this, it should now look like this one, which is elementor2019.com. So let's give this a quick refresh, and there you have it. There it is. This image, this hero image is a little shifted. The lady, we only see her bottom lip, but here we see her full face. Just minor adjustments need to be made, but it brought it all over. And with some tweaks, it'll be exactly how it was before. And that's really easy to do, as you saw. Doesn't matter how big the website is, it's the same process. Now let's see how fast this new site is. Let's go to PageSpeed Insights again. We'll see if it's faster than the first one, which, if we recall, was 40 on mobile, hosted on Siteground, 81 on desktop, hosted on Siteground. So we'll see if this exact same site is faster on Cloudways. So for mobile, we see the site speed, the performance overall is much better. It's at 75. This is without any additional optimization. This is just migrating to Cloudways. The first contentful paint, 2.1 seconds. Largest contentful paint, 5.1 seconds. In case you don't recall what the originals were, when that was hosted on Siteground right here, we're at a 40 overall, 3.7 seconds for the first contentful, 12 seconds. So we've basically cut our load times in half, and we're also loading on the second screenshot, which I like to do. I like to have people see the sites as soon as possible, see something happening as soon as possible, because that helps them, encourages them to stay longer before they bounce. So we're waiting 2 screenshots on Siteground, sorry, 3 I guess, till we see something, and then 2 till we see something on Cloudways. So it's much faster. And on desktop, we're hitting 94. We are still 2 screenshots blank for that one. See if we can get that improved, probably with some caching plugins and other techniques to speed up your sites. But the first contentful paint is 0.8 seconds, largest is 1.5 seconds, and super fast compared to the original, which was 1.2 seconds and 2.6 seconds. So we're basically cutting our load time in half by moving to Cloudways. And if you recall, the cost moving to Cloudways is actually better in a lot of cases. For Siteground, for a dedicated cloud server that's only for you, is $100 a month to start. And the stats are better than we get starting out on Cloudways, because we have, for this $12 one on DigitalOcean, we have 1 gig of RAM, 1 processor, 25 gigabytes of storage, 1 terabyte of bandwidth, which is traffic. Here we have 4 CPU cores, 8 gigs of RAM, 40 gigs of hard drive space, 5 terabytes of data transfer. So this is for more high traffic websites. If you have lower traffic websites, instead of spending $100 a month for those sites, because you can put multiple on your server too, on Cloudways as well, spend 12. And then you can ramp up as you need more, which you will see in the other video referenced earlier. I'll show you how to install a server, how to pick one of these options, DigitalOcean, Vultr, Linode, AWS, and Google Cloud. Pick the server, pick the resources that you want, and then later on you can scale up. As for prices on the others, on Vultr, $13 for the lowest end, Linode, $12, AWS, $36.51, and Google Cloud, $33.18. Those are the lowest end. That's for when you're starting out with low traffic websites. You can have them hosted on these servers for those prices per month, which is a steal compared to shared hosting, where you share your hosting and your website performance won't be as good as it will be on dedicated hosting. And if you want dedicated hosting elsewhere, it's super expensive. So I encourage you to click the link in the description down below, come to cloudways.com and check out the free trial. Just transfer one of your sites over just for fun to see if it speeds up your site. And if it does, that's great. Maybe you want to move over to Cloudways. And if you go to Cloudways right now and head over to the pricing tab, you'll see there is currently a 40% off for 4 months. So you click on this button, you sign up over here, and you enter this promo code in this field. If we copy this into here, get a little check mark that says it's a real promo code. You can sign up and claim 40% off for the next 4 months. This will eventually run out. This is a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, as you can see from the promo code BFCM. When that's run out, I've negotiated another discount for you. It's the WPLearningLab discount. This one, you type into the promo field WPLab 25, and that gives you 25% off for 3 months. So this one is going to only last until Black Friday's over or Cyber Monday's over, and then this deal will be gone, the promo code you see here. And the one that you see right here, WPLab 25, which will be in the description down below, and that will work going forward as long as I know, until they shut off that coupon, whenever that is. But there's no real time limit. There is a time limit that's only 3 months worth of 25% off. There's a time limit in that regard. But how long the coupon code will work, it should work for years to come. And so when there's no other deal going on, you really got to move to Cloudways. This is the coupon code for you, and it's in the description down below. Next up, check out this video right here, which is another Cloudways video. It shows you how to set up your domain and your SSL, and I reference this video throughout this one. So make sure you check that out, and then check out this video down here, which is all about speeding up your website even faster. So if you want to speed up your site, make sure you check out that video. If you haven't done so yet, click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any future videos. My name is Bjorn from WP Learning Lab. Till next time, keep crushing it, and I will see you in the next video.